Hey guys, it's Steve, Amazing Spider-Man issue 10. Here we go with a great review of this. I love this most in this comics, that is the cover page. I really like it. So here we go with the issues, the main part that in part 2 of Spider-Verse, it's an all-out war and Superior Spider-Man wants to take control. That is the thing. So what Hygiene says, Amazing Spider-Man 10 issue review. Readers have been burned by several event comics and crossovers in 2014, which is why it's so refreshing to see Spider-Verse succeed. This event captures the appeal of Dan Slott's ongoing Spider-Man saga while upping the stakes and cramming in more Spider people than you can shake a multiverse of sticks at. Amazing Spider-Man issue 10 get a little too bogged down by setup, but it's still an exciting read. The big development this time is that the Superior Spider-Man is back in the spotlight and leading the charge against the Inheritors. As with the two prologue chapters of Superior Spider-Man, it's a joy just having Otto back in the picture and being a jerk to everyone around him. He enjoys some big moments and also suffers setbacks as he realizes his massive ego may not be enough to stop the threat at hand. I would have liked more direct interaction between Otto and Peter, but hopefully there's plenty of room for that in the weeks ahead. Olivier Coipel remains a huge asset to the series. His art is hyper detailed. Despite the dozens of Spider-Man occupying most panels, his facial work is especially strong, which really enhances the humor and the interactions between several characters. This issue serves as the major launching point for the various tie-ins and spin-offs Marvel has in the wings. Yes, that's it. This week, just released Spider-Woman issue 1. That is really criticized and complicated. On one hand, it's nice to see Slott find time for so many alternate Spider-Man and women to shine as numerous characters are shifted along the board. Many old favorites are given their due, while a handful of new players leave an impression as well, particularly Spider-Punk, even with the scope as big and dire as this. Slot finds room for humor and banter. The interaction between Spider-Monkey and Spider-Ham is priceless. Yes, that is the right thing. On the other hand, the final pages are a non-stop barrage of exit scenes and editor's caption directing readers to this tie-in or that tie-in. Hopefully this issue has taken care of all that editorial business and the core Spider-Verse conflict can resume its normal course in the next chapter. Arjun has given it a good review, that is a 7.9. That is not much of bad, or I really like it, but which comics I like it, I give them at least 8 according to me, and I really like it. So I can see in search in the internet, Superior Spider Talk gave it's a great 8. Yeah, that's I like it about this. So I'm gonna read that one also. When Peter Parker and his team decide to leave the shielding of the Cosmic Spider-Man to track down the gathering alternate army of spiders, they are not only confronted with the conflicting ideology of how to deal with the Inheritors, but also with Demons himself. Much of the issue focuses on the incredibly dynamic action between this one inheritor and all the Spider-Man from Cyborg to Monkey. There is also a wonderful reveal here that admittedly should have been obvious. Hindsight is always 2020. This reveal ties this story back in with not only what Slott has been doing since Amazing Spider-Man 4, but to what J. Michael Straczynski has been doing since his Amazing Spider-Man 30. And I always like it. My favorite comic bind. What they're saying, I have to do it. Oh, I just reduce the volume. Yeah, and that's the thing. Here we go with this one. Yeah, sometimes you can see I did capture this one, so I just reduce it and it will come into your screen. I hope you guys will not mind it. So the good thing about this one, the most fascinating thing about this book isn't the Morlun family killing off spider folk from different worlds. It's the fact Peter Parker and Superior Spider-Man have come face to face. In addition, Miles and Peter are reunited as well. Spider-Man fans start cheering now. If you were a fan of Superior Spider-Man, then this is the moment you have been waiting for, since he was knocked out of time. Spoiler, nothing happens here, but there's a lot of build up towards the confrontation in the upcoming issues, and it's paced out extremely well. The final page of the issue leads the reader to believe that this confrontational moment may have even be here in issue 11. That is the right. Okay, did I just coughed? Okay, Sorry for that, guys. The real purpose of the issue is to bring the team with the 616 Peter Parker and the Superior Spider-Man team together. Also, it's an excuse to see all the Spider Folks take on some of the Morlun clan. Does the issue deliver an immense amount of action that has excitement, suspense, and some touching moments? Well, that's a rhetorical question. Of course, it does. It's almost overwhelming how fast the issue moves, even though it's packed to the gills and with dialogue. What's been great about Spider-Verse and this issue especially is that it's a lot of fun fan service, which is normally something I'm not a fan of. It's obvious that Dan Slott loves the character and the history of the character. We got to see so many different Spider-Folk, and most importantly, this book is just a ton of fun. Yes, better yet, it's a ton of fun and tells an interesting story. I've always been fond of Olivier Coipel's art, but in this past two issues, he's killing it along with Wade Von Garbage. That might be the best name in comics on inks and the consistently wonderful Justin Ponser on colors. This team delivers some beautiful artwork. The inks here are fantastic. You can check out the uncolored inks on Von Garbage's Twitter page, and the shadows and shading from the inks look real nice. The color work is fantastic as well, with all the action and all the red and blue flying around. The art never being smudged or confusing, everything pops on the page, which is probably tough to do when everyone is wearing the same color scheme. The bad thing about this issue, the issue has a lot of action and people coming together, but it feels like something bigger should have happened here. While most of the issue is a joy to read, it feels like something is missing. It may be because the last issue delivered so many revelations and this one delivered so few. The verdict is ASM. That is, Amazing Spider-Man issue 10 wasn't as big as a hit as issue 9. It still delivers to a ton of fun. That is right, it still delivers a lot of fun, but it's a good read. Dan Slott loves this character and it shows. Yes, at times it's a fan service book, but that's not much such a bad thing in this case, because it's involved in a very interesting story conceptually. Luckily, it's all also executed well too. Our team is top notch, while this issue is left me feeling like something was missing. Overall, it's an awesome issue and I am loving this arc. So that's right, that's what I really like it. So hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed it, just share it and don't forget to leave the like button and kind of thing small. So just hit the like button and go to the store, buy the comics. Best of luck.